my no-fail makeup products. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm so grateful that you are here. Well, as I stated in today's video, I'm going to talk about my no-fail makeup products. The ones that never fail me, that I know I can count on in any situation. Before I get started on that, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, ring the bell for future notifications, give me a like if you like it, and leave me a comment. I love to engage with you and have a conversation back and forth through our comments. All right, well, I'm going to get started on the face, my no-fail products for my face. Now, generally, as you know, I don't wear a lot of makeup, and during the day, I'm just in my tinted sunscreen or a tinted moisturizer. But if I'm going somewhere where I want to amp it up a little and have makeup, these are the products that I go to every time, and they never let me down. They never fail me. So, as far as a primer goes, it's the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, the illuminating one. I really enjoy this. It goes well under any kind of foundation I would put on. I've never had a problem with it. It's such a, creamy texture. I love the way it feels on me. And I like the illuminating one because it adds that brightness to your face. The regular one's fine too, but I just like the illuminating one a little bit better just for the brightness. Now, I don't put primer all over. It's usually just kind of in this area they call the T-zone. But I really think it makes a difference, especially as you get older. I never wore a primer before, but I noticed when I tried a couple, it made my foundation look a lot different. So, e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, the illuminating one, never fails me. Now, for foundations, again, if I'm wearing makeup, one thing that never fails me is this. It's the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. I love this. And I don't know why I love cushion foundations. It feels like, well, they're not heavy. They're very moist to me. They're not drying or anything. And you don't have to use a lot, and you don't get a lot. You can get a very light coverage by just dipping your sponge into the sponge part here, and you just tap it in. Let me see if I can get some on my finger and see if you can even see it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not, but it's just very thin. It's not heavy, and what it does for me is just give a good even skin tone. It's not real high coverage or even medium coverage as far as I'm concerned, although I guess you could build it up to be. But if you just want a light feeling on your face and just very light coverage that's going to provide a little bit of evenness to your skin tone, the cushion foundations are wonderful. Now, I've used other ones. This is my absolute favorite, and it never lets me down, and I can wear it winter, spring, summer, or fall. It doesn't change for me when the weather changes. So this is it. If I wanted something with a little more coverage, I think my number one no-fail would be this L'Oreal True Match. This is the Broad Spectrum 17. I have it in the shade Warm. This provides a little more coverage than the cushion foundation for me, but still you can get a light to medium coverage. Again, maybe you could build it up. I've never tried that, but it really is very creamy. It's thin, it's lightweight. You don't feel like you have anything on your skin. It never settles into the lines and wrinkles, which I have plenty of, especially in this area. It doesn't settle. It just kind of melts in with the skin. It doesn't sit on top of the skin. And it's very comfortable. That's important to me, to not feel like I have something on my face. I don't like that feeling. So this is it, the L'Oreal True Match. I've tried other foundations and I enjoy them, but this is the no-fail for me. Then as far as a powder would go, now most of you know I'm not a powder girl. I'm normal skin now, but normal to dry. And in the colder months, I will get more dry. But if I have to put some powder on, I love this Milani Prep Set and Glow. I love it because of the glow. It's nothing beaming, but it's just enough to brighten your face. It's not a heavy, cakey powder. Here's some I put on this finger. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just enough if you need it. And it takes away from that if you get any shine, but yet you don't feel like you're adding something to your face that's just going to make it cake up or get in those lines. So again, this works for me all 4 seasons of the year, and I love it. When it comes to concealers, well, if you've been with me for a while, you know I can't wear concealer very well. Too many wrinkles. But this Garnier Rollerball, oh my gosh, this is it for me. I talk about it every time. Again, I can wear this all year. I have it on now. You just roll it on, tap it in. That's it. No powder required. It doesn't settle into anything. As the day wears on, if you want to tighten, if you want to brighten up a little because it is brightening, you just roll some more on and just tap it in. That's it. You can put it on top of what you put on earlier that day. And you can continue to do that, and it just looks fresher and even better. It doesn't get thick or cakey or anything. I love this. This is every day for me. Now, if I were going out at night, which I don't, but if I were, and I wanted something a little more coverage, or say I had real bad darkness in here, then what I would do is use this L'Oreal Infallible. Now this is nice because it's very creamy, and it says it's creamy. So let me get my glasses and make sure I'm telling you everything right. Yes, I have the Creamy Light in the number 02, and it's a very, very creamy texture. Put a little on the end of this finger. See if you can see that, and then as you blend it in, you hardly notice it. So it provides a little more coverage than the Rollerball does, but it's not cakey or thick or heavy, and it does not require powder for me anyhow. So this is what I would wear if I were going to wear an actual concealer. So that takes care of the foundation and everything. Now for bronzer, well, bronzer is very essential for me. I wear it every day because I don't wear foundations and all that. I need the color. My absolute favorite bronzer is this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I think everybody loves the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It works for me. Again, it doesn't matter what season it is. I don't change colors. I just have this one color. Let me see what it is. Sun-Kissed Bronze. Sun-Kissed Bronzer. And it's not too dark for me when it's winter time, and it's not too light for me in the summertime. It's the perfect shade. There are other bronzers that I have and I really like and I enjoy, but my no-fail, every day, all year round bronzer is the Physicians Formula. For blush, cream blushes are it for me. I like different ones. I like the Flower Bomb by Flower Beauty, any cream blush. But my favorite since I got this, which has just been a few months ago, is this Physicians Formula multi-stick. Let me see. Physicians Formula Natural Defense multi-stick. This stuff is fantastic. The reason I really love it, and it has not failed me, my other cream blushes are lighter and maybe creamier. And if it's summertime and you're outside and you just have on your tinted sunscreen and you put a little blush on, as you sweat and take bike rides and go throughout the day, that it kind of fades. You may have to touch it up if you want that blush on you. This, it does not budge. This is the shade that I have. I put some on this finger. Now that may look dark, but it really isn't. It blends in really pretty. You can, tone it down. I just take a swipe, and I can just tap it in with my finger. I don't even have to be looking in a mirror. It's a multi-stick because they say you can use it on your eyes, your eyelids, and your lips, which I have not done. But I love it for my blush because it does not budge or fade or move. It's in a stick, so it's a stiffer formula. It's not creamy like my cream blushes, which I love. But this I know is going nowhere. It's not going to lighten up on me. I'm not going to have to reapply it, and it's not going to come off until I wash it off at the end of the day. They do have it in a couple other shades, but this shade was perfect for me. When it comes to lips, yes, I like different lipsticks now. I'm trying. I'm getting used to them. I like the light colors, and I like the Maybelline and the L'Oreal and those kind of lips. But my no-fail lip product are these NYX Butter Glosses. I have 3 of them, like a peach shade, a bright pink, and then this sort of lavender mauve color. The reason I love these is they go well over top of any lipstick that I put on. If I'm going to, well, during the day in my everyday life, I don't put lipstick on. I just wear these. It's enough to keep my lips moist, give me a little color. I can reapply. They're very comfortable, and they're perfect for everyday use. If you're going to wear lipstick, no matter what color you put on, you can find one of these butter glosses, and they're under $5. I think they're $4.99. And top it off with these. It adds a little color and a little shine, but they're not too glossy where you have that, in your face gloss. It's just enough. So these are my no-fail products for my lips. Okay, well, it's time to move on to the eyes, and then I'm done. For eyebrows, I don't use anything. I've tried different things. I've tried different pencils, the real skinny micro pencils by Maybelline, by L'Oreal, by NYX. I've tried the pomades. They're all fine. I have nothing against them. But my no-fail that literally takes me seconds to do my eyebrows is this e.l.f. Brow Wow. I love this. I think it's $3, and it has little fibers in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. And it's a nice skinny one. And I'm telling you, I have the color taupe. You can put that, wherever you need to fill in. And that's it. You don't have to do anything else. It works like magic. This is no fail for me, and nothing has replaced it. For my actual eyelids, most of the time I wear just bronzer up here, unless I'm doing a video or going somewhere. But I don't have necessarily a favorite no-fail palette because I don't wear eyeshadow often, so I wouldn't be able to make that determination. But as long as it's a matte eyeshadow, then that's good for me. Here's a couple examples. This is a Milani palette. It's got some beautiful shades in it. I like just the light shades. But they're matte and they're, light. They're not going to deposit a lot of color, which I like. And here's another Milani palette just like it, but in different shades. And then this recent one I got at Walmart from Profusion, the mauves. And most of them are matte. There are a few that aren't. But as long as it's a matte palette and has kind of light shades, then I'm good. That works for me. And I can use that all year round if I wanted to. As far as eyelashes, well, this L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer, this is a new one I had just purchased. But I love this mascara. It completely changes the way my mascara looks, for me anyhow. This thickens up my lashes. It makes them look longer, thicker. The mascara adheres better, and it never fails me. So I wear this every day. As far as mascaras go, I've tried different ones. They're usually always drugstore. Well, they are always drugstore. I love all of them. Well, I've had a few duds, but the L'Oreal Voluminous is nice. I think it's called Unlimited. It's in the black little squatty jar that you can bend the handle, the wand part. That's great. But my no-fail is this Maybelline Colossal. This stuff is wonderful. It gives me thick, dark, long lashes. The most important thing to me is it does not smudge. In the South Carolina summer heat, we get hot here and humid. And I do wear mascara every day. This, I get none of those dots up here from the mascara smearing on your eyelids. And it's just perfect. So if it can last through the hot summers of the Low Country in South Carolina, it is no fail for me. Well, I think that's all the makeup products that I use and that are my no-fails. Leave me a comment and let me know something that's a no-fail product for you. I would really love to know. Well, let me go on now with my inside beauty tip. My inside beauty tip today is about joy and happiness and what is the difference. Now, this is just my opinion in the way I interpret joy and happiness. To me, happiness is fleeting. It's kind of in the moment. It's something that when something happens, or you receive something, and you're so happy about it, like, oh, I love this shirt. I'm so happy I got it. Something like that. Well, sure, you're happy you got it, and at that moment, that emotion of happiness is there, but it wears off. It's kind of fleeting. After you wear the shirt a couple times, it just ends up in your closet, and who knows if you'll wear it again, and the next time you wear it, you may not have that excitement. If you got a new home, You're like, oh, I'm so happy with my new house. I love it. It just makes me so happy. It's new, it's different, there's an excitement about it, and it brings on the emotion, the feeling of being happy or happiness. As you move in, you live in that house, not to say you still don't like it or love it or enjoy it, but it's just a house. It's something you clean every day, just like you did your old house. It's still made out of brick and mortar or whatever. So it's kind of a fleeting feeling to me. Happiness is temporary based on your circumstances and your emotions at the time. Joy is so much more. Joy is so deep. There's joy in the Lord. There's peace brings you joy. Joy is deep-seated. Joy is one of the fruits of the Spirit. Joy is just total delight and elation that you feel on the inside. Nothing has to happen to bring you joy. You don't have to receive anything. You don't have to go out and buy a new lipstick or blouse or something to feel joy. Joy comes from within. It's within your heart, within your spirit. It's such a deep sense of contentment and gratitude for life itself, for everything in your life, for all of your circumstances, good or bad. No matter what's going on in your life, it does not rob you of your joy. That stays with you at all times. And I mean, joy is like the cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned. It's what you hold on to through very difficult times, trials, tribulations, grief, loneliness. Sure, those emotions bring sadness, but it still doesn't rob you of your joy. That's something that you can have every moment of every day if you just accept it and feel it and have a deep appreciation for everything about life, everything that happens in life, because you'll learn from it, you'll grow from it. Even if it's a difficult situation, you are still going to benefit and grow from it. And that's what's important. So for me, I want to always have joy. And I do always have joy because of how I feel in here, because of how I love so deeply, because of how I appreciate everything, because of how grateful I am for everything. That's what joy is. And it's not fleeting. And it's not based on anything right in here. And nobody can rob you of your joy. That is my opinion and the way that I feel about joy and the difference between happiness and joy. I'd love to know how you feel about it or how you view it. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here today. I really enjoyed spending time with you, and I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm very grateful. Well, until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya!